What's up, everybody? So you've probably heard that Trump is proposing a 10% interest rate cap on credit card companies. So let's break it down. How big of an impact can this have on you? And let's talk about the likelihood that it's actually going to go through. So right now, I just read on some statistics. The average person who has a balance on their credit card, meaning they have stuff that they are not paying off every single month, has an average balance of about $8,000. So that is a significant chunk of change. Now, average interest rates on credit cards are hovering between 22 and 24%. So if you're on the high end, if you're 24% on that $8,000, you are being charged $1,920 in interest annually if you kept that balance throughout the year. Now, obviously, if you cap that interest rate at 10%, you would be getting charged 10% on $8,000. That means it would be $800 in interest annually. So obviously, capping it at 10% could save you a good chunk of money. It would be from $1,920 down to just $800. So you'd be saving around $1,100 annually on interest. And obviously, that could help you pay off your credit card much quicker. So it could have a very positive impact for those who carry a balance. Now, those who carry a balance, that is only less than half the people who have a credit card actually carry a balance. For the rest of us, this has no impact, right? And that's the thing that I want people to realize, that guess what? It should not have an impact on your life. If it does have an impact on your life, you need to get rid of your credit card. You should not even have it. If you are running a balance, you need to purely just get rid of the thing, cut it up, and use cash, because this should have no impact on you. If you are allowing it to have an impact on you, you need to get yourself out of credit card debt, because credit card debt is ridiculous. It should not be done. You should not have it. It is stopping you from financial freedom. If you are paying $2,000 a year in interest on a credit card, you need to get rid of it. It is insane. So yes, it'll have an impact. Yes, it could be a positive thing for those who have credit card debt. It could obviously ease the burden. It could reduce your minimum payment. It can make it so that you are only having to pay $800 in interest if you have that average balance. But my biggest takeaway from this is, if they end up getting it through, which is debatable because it's probably going to have to go through Congress, they're going to have to vote on it. That's a process. It's going to take a while. There may be a way that Trump could just push this through, but I think he'd face legal things. I don't know. I don't know how likely it is to go through. But if it does go through and you are the person that is holding credit card balance right now, please take all of the money that you are saving by having your interest reduced and put that down on your principal. Find a way to get completely out of credit card debt. And you should be doing that right now anyways. You should be cutting out all unnecessary spending and paying down your credit card, because having credit card debt, like I said before, is just ridiculous. It would be interesting to see also, if it does go through, what that does as far as an impact on who banks are willing to give credit cards to, because obviously they're not just going to give it to everybody if they're making less money on those who carry a balance, because the banks and the credit card companies are still going to want to make money. So to give a credit card to somebody who is not going to pay it back and they are only charging 10%, and that is where they are capped on, they're not going to make enough money to give credit to people who are not going to pay it back. That's why they charge such high interest rates right now, right? It's because they're like, okay, we know some people are just never going to pay us back. So the people who are going to pay us back, let's charge them an insanely high interest rate so we can cover both the money that we lose on the people that don't pay us back and make profit, right? If you cap them at 10%, they're definitely just going to get more picky on who they give a credit card to. So that could be one of the implications. But like I said, you should not have a credit card unless you are paying that thing off every single month. Otherwise, you need to get rid of it. That's my take. What are your guys' thoughts on the 10% cap? Let me know in the comment section. We'll talk to you guys next time.